Hello, Dharam. Nice to see you again, and for our third podcast here. The question I have today for you is, what do you think is the difference between project, program, and portfolio management?
Thanks, Thomas. And once again, it is pleasure to be with you and sharing knowledge with you and with our thousands of listeners. So it is very important question because many people stay confused about project, program, and portfolio even after passing the exam. I'm talking about PGMP, that's the Program Manager Professional exam. And many people like to achieve this certificate so that they can not only prove themselves that they are certified program managers, but also they have done some work in this area. So the definition, very definition, probably you know as a PMP or a PGMP, project is a temporary endeavor taken to create a product or service. Very simple definition. When we say temporary, you have a start and end date, and we are creating a unique product or service, okay, or a result, or But the program is talking about we are running multiple projects together. It can be projects, multiple sub-programs, or other activities we are doing together so that we can achieve the benefits which are not available when you're managing them as a projects. So the key difference between project and program is program talks about benefits, where a project talks about deliverables, results, services. So what do you mean by benefit? Creating a product is the output of a project. But when we utilize that project, outcome of the project to get our things, faster, better, improving productivity, these are the things we're talking as the benefits. I'll give you one example here. So let's say if you want to implement a program, which is implementing a new information management system. So implementation of that system, you can call it the project. So outcome generated from this project or multiple projects, such as let's say from this information system, now HR team will able to generate your create new policies, compensation policies. By having these new compensation policies as outcome will help the HR team to engage the teams much better. They will able to improve the productivity. So output the benefit we are talking from this program is improving the productivity, motivated team, high productivity, and people not leaving the organization that much. So you can see easily the output and outcome and the benefit from a program. So why we use the program as the concept? Because many people can argue, okay, why don't we call it a project and do as a project? There are a lot of similarities. Projects has the activities, we can say multiple activities or work streams, whereas program has projects or sub-program. And some of the program can be large, very large, 5 years, 10 years, and billions of dollars. In my program, I talk about a very good example that is talking about building a high-speed train line between two cities. For example, let's say between Frankfurt and Berlin. I don't know the distance, so we're going to talk about that in the class. The distance between these two cities and how much time it is taking currently versus when we have the program completed. So we'll talk about the benefit from this and who are the stakeholders. And very important to understand, there are multiple stakeholders in such programs, and they have different expectations from your program. For a country to have a high-speed train line, they are looking, yes, they are investing a lot of money, but at the same time, they wanted to have, high, like improving productivity, tourism. So these can be the benefit for the organization, for the country, for the companies and people, and for the stakeholders, the public. They have different type of different benefits from this program. The public will able to commute from one place to another place much faster. They may able to do the daily job by commuting from Berlin to Frankfurt and Frankfurt to Berlin. And again, I should have done some research about the distance between two cities and how much time it's taking. But this is what we can talk in the class.
Yeah.
So we need to see from the governance point of view, okay, how are we going to make sure the program is going to deliver what they said, what you said, in terms of deliverables, in terms of benefits. Whether whatever you mentioned initially in your business case as the improving productivity or gaining 20% market share or reducing the faults. So all this can be your business case, part of the business case as a benefit. But are you tracking them? Are you really delivering them? Are you really sustaining them after the program completed? So this is the responsibility of the governance domain.
Yeah.
Okay. So and that's the project and program. And when we talk about the portfolio, there's a lot of similarity between portfolio and program as well, because both of them are talking multiple projects or components or project programs. So again, many people get confused when they come and talk to me about the application of PGMP. So Dharam, I'm running multiple projects, and I think I'm qualified for program, a PGMP. What we have to see, yes, we need to have program with interdependency among them. The component within a project within the program has to have interdependency.
Right.
That's where we call it the program. Otherwise, doesn't matter you're running 5 or 10 projects. If they don't have any commonality or interdependency, we cannot call them as a program. Rather, these are called as a portfolio.
Right. So in Germany, Dharam, we have the notion of what we call a multi-project management theory, and we exactly talk about a bunch of projects run by one guy or one organization, and they don't need any interconnection or interdependency. So that's exactly not a program. It would be a kind of portfolio in terms of PMI, which is run by one organization, and this is how we define portfolios too, because it's not only the portfolio of the full organization, but also divisions or parts of it could have their own portfolio.
Yeah. And sometimes people get confused between larger project, because they can only call this was a project, this was a program, but I'm running this for 5 years. What we have to see, whether there were multiple streams, whether there were multiple projects within that. Because some of the project you may think that is a program, but it can be simple large project.
Yeah.
Because there are multiple series of phases, and they are just one stream going at any time. So that's not a program, that's just a larger project.
Yeah.
So it's a very gray area as well. I can easily define a program as a project or a program as a portfolio. So it is all about how you define your program or portfolio and a project. That's also important to see, because as I mentioned, the larger project, when we have multiple streams, that can be shown as a smaller projects within a program as well. So we have to, for the application, for applying for PGMP, these are things we can talk about.
Yeah. So what is Dharam, if you say the boundaries between project, program, portfolio are a little bit blurry, so depending on what your organization is. So what is this special thing about the program management certification and the knowledge you gain by looking at the program management standard? How could it help you even with both the adjacent areas of projects and portfolios?
Yeah. So knowledge from standard for program management going to help you to learn how to do your program even more more efficiently, for improving productivity. So, and also learning, if your program is part of the portfolio, what information and what interaction you're going to have between you and your portfolio manager. Okay. And same thing, you and your project managers, what they want to know from you and what information they need when they need, and what they are providing you, so that you can run your program more effectively. So just to give you a simple example, when your program is in execution, your project managers are working on their projects. So they are working, they see their projects as, for them it's silo. But for you, you see all as one big program. you can see the interdependency among the projects. Or you as a program manager, make sure you are guiding the project manager, advising them that there is an interdependency between your project and other projects, and they have to talk to each other.
Yeah.
Because exchange request or a risk or a issue impacting your project can also impact other projects as well. So they are not only interacting with you as a program manager, but they have to interact with other project manager within the program. And sometimes not only within program, but sometimes outside the program as well, because the interdependency with other programs within the portfolio. Okay. So just one more thing I'd like to highlight, so that we have clear definition or distinction between project, program, and portfolio. Projects are talking about delivery, results, services. Program is talking about benefits, and portfolio is talking about the strategy alignment. So the portfolios are given strategies to achieve from the portfolio. They're given a set resources, like resources means people, technology, and funding. So what they have to do, they have to utilize the available funding, available people, available technology the most efficient way. So when the projects and programs are proposed to these portfolio managers, they have to go through a series of calculation, looking at the ROI, return on investment, benefit cost analysis, and IRR, and many other, there's some other things can confuse you, but they have to find out the best mix of the component or projects and program within the portfolio. And that's it's not an easy task to do. Maybe they, okay, bunch of calculation, we can press the button, we know we can achieve this. Yes, if you have right tools available with you, this can be achieved. Because once you have the right information feed into this tool, and you have a system which can help you to press the button and get the result, that will make your other portfolio manager job as much easier. So portfolio is all about strategy, alignment, generating value, which was given based on the delivery and the outcome and the benefit from the projects and programs. And ultimately, they are satisfying, or they are helping the organization to achieve the vision of the organization.
That's right. So thank you, Dharam. You really pointed out, what the differences are and how to position the program management standard and program management certificate between the both other areas of project management. And I think it provided us with some guidance how to understand what is our core we are teaching here. So if we have program managers coming out of our preparation programs, I think they will very well understand how they fit into the corporate space of creating the benefits the corporation needs to fulfill their strategy. Yeah. Thank you, Dharam.
Yeah, just one more thing, we should not see these certificates for the sake of certification. It's good to have a 4-letter acronyms behind your name, on your resume, on your LinkedIn profile. But most important thing for you to see is how much I'm going to learn from this program, how much I'm going to learn from standard. Will I be able to generate more benefit for my organization? Will my productivity will go up? So many motivation you can have, so that's what you have to see, how much I'm going to learn and how I'm going to improve my organization's bottom line or profitability and margins and all those things. So thank you.
Thanks again.
Yeah, it was lovely talking with you, and thank you.